Arsenal have received a significant boost in their search for a talented striker as the club's chairman has provided an update on his contract situation. Meanwhile, Edu Gaspar identifies another potential target to reinforce the squad, and Barcelona could benefit from this change. Hey guys! Welcome back to the Arsenal News channel. As always, we're here to bring you the latest updates and keep you up to date with all things Gunners. Recently, coach Mikel Arteta received two important warnings to resolve during this transfer window. The ever-reliable David Ornstein has revealed that 24-year-old winger Reiss Nelson has decided to re-evaluate his options this summer, making his departure from the Emirates a real possibility. Ornstein confirms that Arsenal turned down several approaches for Nelson in the January transfer window, but if he leaves this summer the club will demand a fee in the region of £20 million. Potential suitors for Nelson who can offer him consistent playing time include Crystal Palace, Fulham, Nottingham Forest, and West Ham United. Remember, Nelson extended his Arsenal contract last summer until 2027, with an option for a further year, even though he knew he would primarily be an emergency reserve on the wing. Selling Nelson could increase Arsenal's summer transfer budget, especially as he has hinted that he does not want to warm the bench for another 3 years. Meanwhile, the Arsenal goalkeeper sent a clear message to Mikel Arteta, expressing his reluctance to spend another season on the bench. He also took a possible dig at his boss, Arteta, by saying, "There are times when you're doing the right thing, but it's the wrong thing, and if you don't do it, it's the wrong thing." So it's a double-edged sword. Despite limited playing time, Ramsdale was called up for the Euros in Germany this summer by England manager Gareth Southgate. However, with the likes of Nick Pope and Dean Henderson injured, it is unclear whether Arsenal's number one would have been given this opportunity. Ahead of the tournament, Ramsdale shared, "No footballer wants to be without playing. I've had a difficult year personally without playing and I never want to go through that again." His reluctance to stay on the bench could pique the interest of other clubs and help Arsenal capitalise on this situation, aiming for a fee exceeding £30 million for the goalkeeper. The partnership of William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes brought defensive solidity for the Arsenal to continue fighting for the Premier League title. Even so, Arsenal remains linked to possible signings for the defensive sector. According to the report out of Spain, Arsenal have entered the race to sign Nice defender Jean-Claire Todibo this summer. The news reports that Edu Gaspar has identified Todibo as one of the main targets for the summer transfer window. Todibo would provide depth at Emirates Stadium, serving as a backup to our established defensive talents. Manchester United have failed to secure his signature in the last 2 transfer windows, and Arsenal could do Barcelona a big favour. By securing the Frenchman's signature in the coming weeks, Barcelona would receive £8.4 million from the deal due to a 20% sell-on clause. Nice currently value their assets at £42 million. With the departure of Raphael Varane from Old Trafford, Manchester United are committed to strengthening their defensive position. In addition to being a minority shareholder in Man United, British billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his company, Ineos, oversee football operations at Nice. It is worth noting that the 24-year-old player expressed his desire to have regular playing time, a factor that influenced his decision to remain at Nice. Arsenal remains focused on strengthening its attack and, according to German newspaper Bild, the Gunners are in a race to sign VfB Stuttgart striker Serhou Guirassy. Guirassy emerged as Stuttgart's standout player last season, vying for the Bundesliga top scorer title. In his prolific campaign, Guirassy joined Stuttgart permanently just 12 months ago and scored an impressive 30 goals in 30 appearances. His contributions were instrumental in helping Stuttgart secure second place in the Bundesliga, behind unbeaten Bayer Leverkusen. Reports indicate that Guirassy is expected to leave Stuttgart before the 2024-25 season, with the Guinean international potentially available for a bargain fee of €18 to €20 million. His impressive stats and reasonable price have sparked significant interest, with Arsenal, Chelsea, AC Milan and Borussia Dortmund interested in securing his services. His €3 million annual salary could increase if he moves to North London, with Arsenal well placed to meet his wage demands. Although there are still 2 years left on his current contract, Guirassy's desire to compete in the Champions League could influence his decision. This factor could give Arsenal an edge in the race for the talented striker. Lille are now prepared to sell Jonathan David as he enters the final year of his contract. David has been a prolific goalscorer in League One in recent seasons and has long been on Arsenal's radar. The 24-year-old striker scored 26 goals in 47 appearances in all competitions for Lille last season. He was the second highest scorer in League One, with 19 goals in 34 league matches. Arsenal are in need of a new striker this summer, and although David has not been a top target recently, circumstances could change. Lille president Olivier Letang has acknowledged that David will be sold this summer, significantly increasing Arsenal's chances of signing him. Quoted by The Sun, Olivier Letang stated, "Lainery Euro and Jonathan David could leave the club this summer. Both have proof of departure due to their contractual situation. Lille are at risk of losing David on a free transfer if he is not sold in the next few transfer windows." David was also called up to represent Canada in the Copa America, further showcasing his talent on the international stage. Its market value is currently estimated at around £50 million. David has been linked with a move to Arsenal for a number of seasons, and he clearly possesses the qualities needed to be successful in our team. With other potential targets on the list, it remains to be seen whether Arsenal will move forward with negotiations. Arsenal's quest to strengthen their midfield has led them to consider signing Belgian international Amadou Onana. According to reports from the Liverpool Echo, Arsenal made initial contact with Everton on the first day of the summer transfer window regarding the midfielder's availability. The Gunners have had their eye on the 22-year-old Belgian for some time and are keen to determine the requirements to secure his services. Everton are expecting at least £50 million to part ways with Onana and are yet to respond to Arsenal's initial approach last Friday. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta admires the Belgian international and is a huge admirer of his style and playing qualities. With Thomas Partey potentially moving to Arab football, Arsenal are looking for a quality replacement, and a player with Premier League experience like the Everton star would be perfect. Onana would fit perfectly into Arsenal's style of play, offering one of the strongest aerial threats in the Premier League, having won 74.3% of his aerial duels in the 2023-24 season. Last season, Everton faced 2 penalties for breaching the profit and sustainability regulations, resulting in points deductions on both occasions. To avoid further sanctions, they need to get rid of one of their key players quickly, which represents a golden opportunity for the Gunners. This Saturday morning brought sad news. Former Arsenal and Everton striker Kevin Campbell passed away at the age of 54. Campbell, a league champion with Arsenal and an Everton hero, recently battled sepsis. Arsenal and Everton expressed deep regret on social media, highlighting Campbell's impact and beloved status at both clubs. His management company confirmed the news, sparking widespread mourning, including from former Arsenal teammate Ian Wright. Campbell started out in Arsenal's youth system, played over 150 games for them and then moved to Nottingham Forest. After a spell at Trabzonspor, he joined Everton, revitalising his career. He later played for West Bromwich Albion and Cardiff City, and then found success in broadcasting.